Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
He's proud of it.
Hold on, let me turn it.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday.
Good morning.
Is it a happy Monday?
It's a Monday.
RTB sent me a meme of a kid in a fake Tesla truck that was just on fire. And he's like, going into work on Monday. And I was like, I agree.
That's
So
fair.
thank you for that. I shared it on Lemonadio if you'd
Yeah.
like to look at it.
That is fair. Yes.
So thank you very much for taking today, choosing this day.
I did choose this day. I do this to myself. Yes, I do this to us.
And it's okay. My husband was like, what do you have today? This is our usual
Yep.
start the day off.
Yep.
What do you have today? I don't know. What do you have today? I was like, I am busy. I am Jen. And he's just like, oh, what are you guys talking about? I was like, EforAll's got deadlines.
All the things. We
right?
All the things.
Who has a party on a Monday? We do.
We do.
This is how we start the week.
Who takes 2 weeks off and then comes back to throwing a party? We do.
It is really hard to get the wheels in motion today. And I apologize to you if you're just slowly churning it on today. And then you're realizing, I have a lot of emails to return.
Oh, yeah.
I know that
gonna be my
inbox
life.
dread is real today.
100%. I did tease myself by looking at my email yesterday and I was like, whew, all right, almost 300 new emails. Cool,
I did a really good job of working all weekend in my pajamas, which
Sweet,
was really
smart.
nice and new for me. I'm just
Good.
settling into the weekends off before I go full throttle into the new year. And I worked on all the things I didn't need for today.
But you set yourself up for success in other areas. So we will count that as a win.
I was really, really excited when I got a text message from Dino and he's just like, hey, is this the new thing I'm working on, printing out some other stuff? And then I immediately fired off all the stuff that I had been working on that was already listed and posted on Eventbrite. And he's like, oh, that's way better than what I made up. It's like, yay, I did do something that
Yay.
functionally worked and went out. We are shifting. So if you loved our Monday trivias, we're shifting to Fridays. And we're going to be at Dino's
Ooh.
on Friday. So the heads up today, you do not have trivia. I'm not calling you into work. You've got the day off.
Perfect.
So we're going to be shifting and we're going to be starting with the MLK weekend, the
Okay.
Friday beforehand. And we're
Yep.
going to be doing a Motown party. And so we're going to have themed parties once a month, but every single Friday it's going to be new games.
And you'll still be hosting.
We'll still be hosting. It'll be from 8 until 11. So we're shifting a little bit later. We're going to add the dance party element to trivia.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah, so there'll be every half an hour or so, there'll be a new game, whether it's music bingo, whether it's trivia, whether it's Cape Cod Feud, whether it's Last Man Standing, Smartest Man in the
Whoa.
Room. And we'll
Awesome.
work it into some other fun tunes.
Cool.
So you're not just like a potted plant playing trivia. It is going to be a little bit more interactive and moving
Love
your
that.
body, which I think we need.
Yep.
I know I need to
Yep.
move my body just a little bit more. Good morning, Dave. Thanks for joining us on the show. And who do we got over here? Oh my God, it's Jen. Cindy.
Cindy, am I going to see you tonight? You going to come out to San Diego's? We're
Cindy
going to talk
G.
about it.
I know. Cindy, you and I have got some things that we need to work on too. I think that is the conversation of 2025, right?
Yeah.
Here we are. It's like the first. All right, what are we starting today? Are we
Right.
starting the diet? Did we push off not having cookies for breakfast?
So I was actually just talking about this yesterday with Tanya,
Yeah.
our good friend over
God
at
love her.
Mindful Goat Yoga,
Mhm.
the goat cracker queen. And I was talking to her about my goals for 2025.
Yeah.
And
I love that our friendship, that's what we talk about.
Yep.
We're like, what are your goals? What are your
What are
aspirations?
your
What are we
goals?
doing
Yeah.
this year?
Not your resolutions. What are your goals?
Right?
And I told her, I said, I know that the new year has started, but I was just taking part in a soft launch.
Yeah.
And so today starts my hard launch.
Yeah.
So I started my day at 5 a.m. on the yoga mat.
Good girl.
So, check day one.
I know. I do need to move my body. That is
Yeah.
definitely one of the goals that I
Yeah.
wrote out. My husband got me this like boss bitchin' success calendar, whatever it is. And I
Yeah.
took an hour to myself and
Yep.
actually filled out all of these things mindfully, which normally I would just rifle through.
Yep.
And I sat there with myself by myself because my husband took the kids bowling yesterday morning.
Thank you, Cliff.
It was weird. It's
Yeah.
so quiet and eerie to be in this big house
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
also really nice.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
I got some moments yesterday. Good morning from WKKL's 90.7 Midday Madness. Hello. And definitely going to be working with a lot more students from WKKL this semester, which I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. Love that.
Well, we've got plenty of work.
Yeah.
There is no
Yeah.
shortage of work that I'm making up. Stephanie likes to make projects. I'm a big fan of building systems.
Yes.
Yet I haven't been letting them go. Like,
How
I
many
need
hats can I wear?
I need to let them go better.
Yeah. That's the hard part.
But also finding the right person to do the job is really tough.
That is 100%.
And I think I love what you're doing tonight at San Diego's with
Yep.
the Accelerator Party.
Yep.
Because this is, I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to get through this application together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So our application process is a bit daunting. I'll be honest with you. It is pretty extensive. I mean, you can go in there and enter in, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You can say thriving business. But when our readers read that, they're going to be like, wah, wah.
Okay.
Like,
and?
give us more.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing tonight is we have our spring cohort from 2024 is having their final quarterly.
Oh, that's exciting. So money's going out?
Money is going out tonight.
I love the big check parties.
Yes, we've got at least 3 big checks going out tonight, or I should say we're expecting to give out 3 big checks tonight. And then we will have the alumni on hand who are ready to talk to prospective accelerator applicants to give their input on what it's like to go through the accelerator. But then also myself, Kristen, and Tyke will be on hand with laptops. So if you have an issue with your application that you want to tweak or talk
or
through
just get extra eyes on, I feel like it's always nice to have a collaborative, like take a look at that and what do you think?
Yes.
I have 2 or 3 trusted people, mentors, humans that I value their input, that I send stuff to before I send to anybody. It's almost debilitating.
Yep. I call it my board of directors.
Yes, you have your own personal one.
Directors.
Right.
Yes.
So you've got Tanya from Mindful Goat
Tanya,
Yoga.
I've got Sarah. I've got Rose. Those are my 3 people that
Danny
I'm like,
Walsh is here. He says, hello, Steph and Jen. Good morning.
What's up, Danny?
How exciting is it that Brandy just opened up her new store?
Yes, I went and saw her grand opening. It was so cute.
Awesome.
I've got her candle. She did this EforAll World taking over.
Herbivore Patisserie, in case you're looking for a new vegan bakery.
South Yarmouth, right on Station Ave in the Stop and Shop Plaza. She did a collab with Scented Cape Cod and has her own
candles
candle.
Are delicious.
Smells so good.
She's got that one that smells, and like when you're huffing it, smells like fruity pebbles.
Oh my God.
I'm like
Saturday cartoons.
Yes.
My favorite.
Oh, I blew through it and then I haven't been
Yeah.
able to connect with her. So I need to, maybe you can help me.
Well,
find her.
interestingly, Brandy did a collab with her. So she has one that smells like cake.
Yes.
So good. So good.
Yum.
Misfits collaborated with Scented Cape Cod. And
amazing.
Has her own fragrance. And Tanya did a walk in the woods with Frank. So she has
that's
her
really
own
cute.
scent.
We need a lemonadio scent.
Yes.
I wonder what it will smell like.
Hmm.
I'm just kidding. What's up, Mary Jane? Thanks for joining us. Dawn on the West Coast. Hello and good morning to you, miss. What the hell time is it there? 5 a.m. You crazy thing. Denise, thanks for joining us. Serafina, good morning to you. Liz and Tammy, hello and welcome. Lauren, doesn't alumni get invited or show up? I feel like I miss everything to tonight's party.
You're totally invited.
Come
on down.
I actually have a Monday off, and it might just be nice to go and start the process or see if we can just be around.
Yeah, you can come and join the conversation as an alumni and as a mentor.
Well, just because I like to be around you guys too. I find, you and
we got a good
Kristen
vibe.
and Tyke,
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm at home with family.
Yep. Yep.
So that's tonight, 5:30 to 7 over at San Diego's.
Yes.
And if you want hands-on help with your application, if you're an alum, or you just want to come and see what the process is and who's won money from this last one.
Yeah. Yep. And if you just want some free apps,
Right?
come and eat some
Come for
apps
a
with us.
snack.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Only you guys party on a Monday.
Yep.
Animals.
We are.
Today
we do it to ourselves.
is National Take Down Your Christmas Tree Day.
This is just rude. That's rude. I feel called out.
How did I know you were the one?
Because I just love the ambiance of the lights. So the ornaments have been off for a good week or so.
Okay.
But the tree and the lights are still up in the living room because it just fills my heart with joy. And I know once it comes down, seasonal depression will start.
I think a lot of people have been suffering from that. I mean, now as it's like so cold outside, if you've not been out there, I'm like,
it's
why?
freezing today.
We are bracing ourselves for probably the first major winter storm that's coming our way. Not so much us, the Midwest, definitely, just in case you've got travel plans or work plans. I know a lot of our friends in tech, there's a huge Vegas conference going on this week. So I'm sure that is going to be a major snafu as you're getting, if you've got connections anywhere in the Midwest. Good luck to you on that one. Lauren said, okay, so make it a seasonal tree. We're just changing it.
We'll put some heart garland.
I know.
Call it a day.
I think Kat also does that where she's like, here is my Valentine's tree.
Yep.
I'm like, girl, stretch.
I don't know. Seamus, what's your take?
As long as it's not living, you're fine.
Yeah. Oh, God.
If you've got a live tree, put that thing outside.
Put that thing out of its misery.
It needs to go. It just reminds me back to when my husband was an install cable guy. And he was like, babe, you would not realize. Because I always used to freak out about the house and the trees. And I was just like, it's got to get outside. I'm like so nervous. It's out. Day after Christmas, my birthday, like first order of business, get this thing out of here before it incinerates.
Yep.
And also just, I always worried about our house being messy.
I thought you were going to say that he would come home telling horror stories of dried up Christmas trees.
Yes, he did.
Oh, no.
This is one of the things where he was like, babe, we're not a mess. It's not a big deal. He's like, you would not believe what happened to me today. Now, years and years of installing cable, he would see everything, anything, and all the craziness that people would just hurl down their stairs to their basement. And he was at an install where he was like telling these people before he had to walk down their basement, they were, doing the prep of don't go to, it's not that, it's this, it's bad. It's not great. I've seen everything. I just came from an install where people were hurling their Christmas trees down there. There must've been 20, 30 Christmas trees down there.
In the basement.
In the basement. Well, wouldn't you know it, at this particular home that he just told this story to, this is exactly what they had been doing.
No. No.
He's like, what are the odds? He's like, I had to go and crawl through Christmas trees fast to go and install and check on their modem and check on their stuff. So before you start judging people and telling horror stories of other people, just beware of your environment.
Make sure your tree is out of your house, not in your basement.
Do not, for the love of all that is holy, throw that downstairs. What a fire hazard. What a nightmare.
Wow. Just starting my bonfire pit in the basement.
And to have multiple people do this, apparently it's a thing.
Right.
It's a thing. Well, good morning, Chris. Lenore. Oh, I'm so sorry to be talking about this right now. And poor Lenore just lost everything. She had all of her artisan stuff and antiques in the antique mall that had a fire over the weekend in Wareham.
Oh no.
And all of the stuff that she's been collecting and working on for years. It was, one of those shared space type of places. In which this is where you find a lot of entrepreneurs sharing space with people as we're trying to navigate through, can we afford our own storefront and business? Absolutely. And so, there was a horrible fire and they're just trying to figure it all out at this point. That's Lauren, this is not a thing.
Yeah.
She said also rabbit and heart garland.
Yep,
so there is that.
There we go.
I'm so sorry, Lenore. Hearts and love to you. Anything that we can do once the actual smoke clears, please. I will be checking on you regularly because I know when people offer that, they don't really follow through. I'm one of those people that will follow through. So, and someone that has had a house fire and understands how devastating that is, especially during the holiday season, to be displaced or lose things. It's awful.
Wow.
Awful.
That's terrible.
I know. So please, let's check all of the things. We had a couple of bad tragedies over the Christmas season with carbon monoxide detectors and just some crazy stuff. Please, it's January. Check all your batteries.
Yeah.
Check on the functioning systems. Do a
Yep.
run through over the weekend and see what the heck you haven't checked on in your house in a while.
Yep. Change your air filters.
Yeah.
Change your smoke alarm batteries. Check your CO2 monitors.
All the little stuff like that. Car seat
Yeah.
mama hat on.
Safety hat on.
Well, safety hat is right because now we're getting cold temperatures and we're
Yep.
getting people in their cars and they're doing unsafe things because they're cold, they're in a rush.
Right.
This is the time of year when bad things can happen.
The number one thing is if you can start your car before you have to be in it, that's the best option. That way it's warm for everybody. We recommend that you layer over, not under the harness. So no big bulky coats on under the harness. You want to harness in with just their clothing on, and then you can put their coats on with the sleeves going this way. So backwards, you can put their coats on that way, or just layer a blanket over. We have car blankets in our car. My kids are 6 and 11, so only one is still in a car seat. But we have car blankets, and that's just how we do things. But definitely layering over and not under that. The coat, when you wear the coat under the harness and you're involved in an accident, you have that compression. And so that body with the big bulky coat is going to meet the harnesses, and you actually run the risk of an ejection, which is truly scary.
Horrifying. And I'm the first to admit that when my kids were little, we were not the best with all of our safety stuff. We were just not. We were in a rush.
Yes.
I had so many of them. There was a lot going on. It was like the row of car seats.
Yep.
I'm just like, whatever, it's close enough.
Yep.
And I know we're all guilty of it when we get busy as parents.
Absolutely. I've been going through my own personal pictures of kids in car seats, and I have no usable pictures of my 17-year-old because of all the misuse that I did. Like, know better, do better. That's what, my motto is when you know better, you do better. And yeah, just educate yourself. Don't take it as criticism. If another mom says, hey, I noticed you're doing this, you should do this.
That's a whole nother topic and a can of worms that you
shaming.
and I can sit there until the end of time and talk about the mom shaming that goes on social media.
Yeah.
That's just not good.
No, don't take it as mom shaming, especially when it comes to car seat advice. The other thing is, when in doubt, reach out to a certified child passenger safety technician. I myself am one. Many police and fire departments have one. Call your local police or fire department and ask them if they have one on staff. Get your questions answered by a professional if you're doubting what somebody is offering.
And just
advice.
ask for help. I love that you had an install over the weekend for a new parent that was
Yep.
just like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah,
What are we doing
exactly.
here? And you're like, here I am. I'll help you.
Yeah. And she was like, I'm familiar with car seats, but I'm not familiar with installing. My husband installed my niece's car seat, so I need, hands-on. And she did great. She did such a good job. I love watching these 34, 5, 6, 7, 8 week pregnant moms, and they're so invested in their child's safety.
Yeah. Well,
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I love that. Lenore just dropped in the chat that they do have a GoFundMe that has been set up. She said it's going to take months to rebuild, but that's the plan. And thank you all for your prayers. Absolutely, Lenore. If that is the way we can help you financially, then we'll get that GoFundMe going. I don't know what I have right now for funds, but whatever I got, you got. The nonprofit will help you out. I will throw you some money over there. We also didn't know what we didn't know. You are absolutely correct, Lauren.
Yes, exactly. And now it's just so thrown in our faces that now we do know.
Well, we're hypercritical on social media. That was one of the questions that we had today. What is the one personal milestone that you're reaching for this year. And it doesn't have to be this huge, big business goal. It could be something as being more positive online.
Mhm,
Or like if you see
mhm.
something, say something, but send them a direct message and don't
Yeah.
shame them on their wall. Like people can be a
Yes.
little bit more positive in their interactions with humans.
100%.
I think that that's great. And I mean, to just reach out to someone and be like, I saw that, this was this. Did you know that this was this? There
Mhm.
was the story of Tariq El Musa, who was on a TV show that swapping whatever spaces with his wife. And a nurse was watching and saw a weird mole on him
Oh,
and literally reached out to
yeah.
the show and was like, he has cancer. And he
Right.
did.
And he did.
It's one of those
Yeah.
things where if you see something that directly affects in your business and your life, and you're like, wait a minute,
Right.
that's something you should look at that. Or
Yep.
maybe you could do it better this way. Please don't take that as someone, shaming you or making you feel bad
Attack.
for something.
Yeah.
It is with love and care that somebody decides to take a moment to tell you,
Absolutely.
hey, you could do it this way. It might save your life or change your direction. So
Yep.
I'm going to get off my
Absolutely.
soapbox now. I'm just
So,
going to.
what is your personal
I
milestone?
am working on, well, I've got a big one, obviously. You know what I mean? There's always, I'm not going
You do? You?
a 3 to 5 year plan with the chamber. We were working on something very, very big that I'm very, very passionate about and excited about.
You wrote the question, personal
milestone.
milestone.
My personal milestone is to move my body a little bit every day.
Yes.
Just whatever it is, I
Good.
definitely just need to move.
Yeah.
I've been so focused and behind a keyboard for
Yep.
many, many years. Like last year, I had a great goal of getting some of my health systems in check. And
Yep.
thank God I did. I scheduled all the doctor's appointments and now I'm
Good.
like right with my health and that's
Good.
all good. Sloughed off some weight.
Nice.
And now this year I'm like, okay, now I need to actually move my body. We need to
Right.
get a little movement here.
Right.
So
Grease up the joints.
well, all the time, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
that small incremental
Yep.
change, your atomic habits, if you will,
Yes.
that will stack on each other.
Yep.
What is my small little habit? I just need to move a little bit more.
Yeah. Yep. I like it.
I'm not planning on you changing. I'm still me. Let's be honest. I'm forgetful. I'm lazy at times. I've got
Right.
ADHD to the max.
I do 101 things all the time.
And feel like
Yes.
I've got nothing accomplished.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
I'm my own worst critic. I know who I am.
There you go. There you
So
go.
if I start making just like one thing that I remind myself to do every single day a little bit better, then I'll be good. I feel like I'd like to just step on last year's continuance of taking care of the skin sleeve that I have. Otherwise,
it's the only one we got.
oh, my brain won't be able to function. So
Right.
this vehicle needs some maintenance.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
And I'm fully
Absolutely.
aware of all of that. Good morning, John. How are you doing today? Dave, thanks for joining us. We're talking to Jenn Christian. She wears a couple of hats. First off, EforAll. She is a program director there. And a whole new season of EforAll is embarking. We're about to set sail on this new entrepreneurs.
We're going to
journey.
celebrate our spring 24 cohort tonight with their final quarterly. And then tomorrow night, we're going to celebrate our fall 24 cohort with their showcase and celebration.
I like that you kind of lump the milestones in with each other so that they can all see the success of each other. And also it's a built-in support system.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
So maybe talk about EforAll as you are working on applications. Maybe this is your new year. Maybe this is your new goal.
Yeah.
Maybe this is your milestone that you're going to finally do this with your business.
Yes, absolutely. So EforAll is a local nonprofit. We specialize on helping local Cape Cod and South Shore businesses, entrepreneurs that have a great business idea, have started their business, are pivoting their business. So we help them with a business accelerator course. It is 12 weeks long. And during those 12 weeks, we throw everything at you. You get a mini MBA in 12 weeks. We're going to throw legal at you. We're going to throw accounting at you. We're going to throw social media at you. We're going to throw all the things at you. And we're going to do it with grace and humor. And you're going to do it with tears and frustration. But we are here. You have an amazing support system. You will have mentors by your side that will help cheer you on the entire time. I'm the program manager. I'm the one that puts on the accelerator. So I will be there holding your hand. It is just an amazing, invaluable program, and it's free. That's the other part. We haven't even mentioned that at all yet this morning, that EforAll is a free program. So it is no cost to the entrepreneur to get in here and get all of this information.
It's free, yes, dollar wise, but please let me just explain to you the amount of yourself you need to put into this. It only works if you work it, right?
Yes, 100%.
Like everything else that we do in life, unless you actually do the work, it's not going to happen for you.
Right. We do warn that it is like taking on a part-time job. We meet Tuesday nights and Thursdays midday, virtually and in person. But where was I going with that? And then you're going to meet with your mentor team for an hour to an hour and a half every week.
A lot of guidance. So you're not alone.
Yeah. In the classwork and the time with mentors is easily 10 hours. And then you add in working what you've learned back into your business, and you can easily throw another 10 hours in there.
And for our friends watching and on LinkedIn, or maybe thinking about a career pivot, or maybe you've got this side hustle that you're like, I don't know, I think it could be a thing. Whatever it is, come and explore the option for EforAll, because there are other ways for you to get involved. I know that you've got a Healthier Choices pitch coming up. It's not for a little bit. And
we'll be back to talk about that.
And I definitely think I was thinking about doing it just because I'm out of practice.
Yeah.
And also it's just a really good, comfortable space for you to throw your idea out to a group of humans. And you never know who's watching that can be like, you know what, if you did this, or if this, or hey, I've got funding for a project like that. You'd be really surprised how many people are out there watching all of the people that are doing EforAll, because these are where our great ideas come from.
Absolutely.
These are where our next businesses come from. I know specifically for me, as my new role as executive director of the Mashpee Chamber, we did last year an experimental thing with our farmers market, where we had a mini chamber membership for our farmers market entrepreneurs. Cool. And we're going to be doing this again this year, but for businesses that don't necessarily have a brick and mortar. Because, you know, it's a little bit of an investment in your business. So this might be a little less costly, but also beneficial to get yourself in the door with other businesses that might have a connection to a brick and mortar, or a thing that you needed. So yeah, we're definitely working on embracing where we're at in 2025. Listen, it's expensive to open doors. It's expensive to be able to get your business to where you need to have it mainstream. And so you need to take advantage of these options that are out there, whether it's with We Can, or Amplify, or Score, or EforAll. There are so many programs that are tailored to the thing that you need for yourself.
Get yourself out there.
I really wanted to take a moment. Yes, it is the new year, new me, new whatever. By the way, and we're not Larry Daviding here. You can wish someone a happy new year all month long if you want to.
Yes.
All month long. Or maybe it's the first interaction you've had with them and it happens to be February. Wish them a happy new year if you're working on a project. We don't have to just close it off this week. Today is the Monday that we're going to get things done. Maybe your timeline doesn't look until next season for EforAll.
Yep. And that's the thing too, is that we offer our program in the spring and in the fall. And our spring cohort, the deadline to apply is January 15th, but the classes run from March to May. And then our fall cohort, you probably have like an August deadline. And then our classes run from September to December.
I just don't want people to get stressed out and feel like they're going to miss it if they're not here today. And that's just not the case.
No. And also I offer office hours, and I do in person at Cape Space, both in Mashpee and Hyannis, where you can have a one-on-one with me to kind of get your questions answered. If you want one-on-one help with your accelerator application, I'm happy to do that. So definitely reach out to me, jen.christian@eforall.org. Jen has 2 N's because I'm extra.
I like that, though. I think you should be extra.
The extra N carries my other hats.
Yeah, right. Kathy, thanks for joining us. Sarah, thanks for joining us. CCYP friends. I'm actually looking forward to early morning business coffee with them in Falmouth.
Yeah.
And I love everything that CCYP does. Cape
so
Cod Young
good.
Professionals is just not for young people.
So speaking of other hats, I got accepted into CCYP's Women of Leadership cohort.
Girl,
because I needed another.
You were
hat.
mocking me for working on a new program, and you're like, "Well, here I am."
So I'm super excited to start that. So
what does that entail?
It's work.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how many are in the cohort, but I'll be learning all kinds of new leadership skills.
I love that, which is right.
Goes with all my hats.
I listened to a great podcast the other day, and it was with a former astronaut, and he said the one thing to keep your brain going is to continue to learn.
Yes.
Move your body and keep learning
and learn.
I was like, okay, we'll do this.
Yeah. Audiobooks and yoga. That's my checklist.
I've got to give yoga another shot. I need to stretch.
So here's what Tanya said. Even if you just spend 10 minutes on the mat, laying flat on the ground, you are helping your body.
Okay.
So even if you're just a starfish for 10 minutes.
That I can do.
Yeah.
That, my friend, I could do. Thank you very much to Lauren, who hosted my birthday party this year. And all of the EforAll girlies that came out and had a little bit of fun with us and dressed up in their 80s best. Yes. And we sang some karaoke and had some good fun. But I loved our little business lady roundtable. I'm like, all of a sudden we're all talking about our businesses, and here we are. But it was really good. It wasn't like over the top, but I was so thankful to have that moment with you, with Tanya, with Sharon, with Kai, with a bunch of great people that I really have a good dynamic with, where we can all be open with each other and talk about it.
You and Cliff sang your cute little duet.
Well, he didn't want to, you could tell.
Really? I had no idea.
But I was like, come, it's my birthday. You have to sing with me. And he lovingly obliged, which I was thankful for.
He did.
But even Tanya was just in this space where she's like, how do you do that? And I was like, you just do it.
You just do.
But I love the fact that that's the same advice that she offers for the space that she's in. Exactly. I was like, girl, this is what we all do.
Yes.
Oh, no, you did not miss anything. We had a good time. There'll be more parties over at Lauren's place, so don't worry about that. What's up, Lily? And it is an amazing program over at CCYP. We love it, and I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more about it, because I definitely want to get more involved.
Yeah.
Golden Globes happened yesterday. What I loved was that Demi Moore won an award, and she's never won an award.
Wow.
But this is one of those things that I, of course, put into an entrepreneurial space. And I was like, how many times do you get up every day and work on something with 0 accolades? And here you are doing this job. No one cares. No one notices me.
No one cares.
You're by yourself, right? You're making up these goals. You're making up these things.
Yes. Let me just pipe back in with the Accelerator program. You're not alone. You have 14 other entrepreneurs in your cohort with you that are going, oh my God, I'm dealing with the same thing. So go back.
It was just really nice to see her win something and then say, guys, I've never won anything. Thank you. And then I was like, how on earth, for all of the major movie roles,
never an Oscar, never
nothing,
a Golden Globe,
nothing.
Wow.
And so here she is winning a Golden Globe for a show I've never heard of.
Right. Right. When you said Demi Moore, I was like, are they giving her like a lifetime award?
Like, I wrote down some of them. I was like, I don't know any of these shows. I guess Nikki Glaser was funny. I guess it was a really good show.
I do know Abbott Elementary.
I like Abbott.
Love that. I
Hacks
love Hacks.
One.
Good. Okay.
So these are the ones that I did know. Baby Reindeer I was really excited about, because that was terrifying.
Yeah.
And don't go into it if you've ever been stalked, because that is it's just terrifying.
Crazy.
Good morning, Miss Erin. How are you feeling? Speaking of an entrepreneur that shifted, pulled herself out of her full-time day-to-day.
Yeah.
Then started doing craft shows and making all kinds of other stuff. And here she is, just had to have back surgery.
Oh.
So she's definitely once again thrown into a little bit of a scary place, but she
Yep.
is up. She is functioning. I know she was
Good.
nervous. And you and I have some walking dates because I need to move my body,
Move
and
those
so do you.
bodies.
Exactly. So
Yes.
let's get those on the schedule, please.
Where are we
And thank
walking? I'll
you.
meet you.
I know, seriously, even if it's just a little bit.
Yep.
I saw our friend Ashley walking around the Mashpee Commons, and I'm always like, hi, when I see our friends and business people. And I was like, oh, wait, she's walking. She's got a walking partner and looks serious. So I'm going to let her do her thing.
Yep.
She said, awful, but pushing through it, and I will be great. And I love your positive attitude. That was
that.
one of the things that I saw on some of the most successful business owners, is that positive attitude.
Absolutely. You got to stay positive.
Optimism should be the word of 2025. I think that we need to embrace it just a little bit, given the
Ooh.
climate of the world, given everything that we're jumping into January with.
Yes.
And, you know, you're
I can
stressed
get
out.
behind that.
Your bank account's low. You're not, you know, things haven't been working
You're
the way.
recovering from Christmas.
Or a back surgery,
Or
whatever
back
it
surgery,
is.
or a fire of all of your worldly possessions.
I seriously,
Yeah.
you know, starting
Optimism.
optimism should be the word of 2025.
Yeah.
I know were asking the other day about one word to sum up 2024. Not very positive.
Oh no. Oh no.
And so I really trying to shift into 2025 as we're just kind of like, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to
Yeah.
be? It's that
Yeah.
opportunity to flip the script on whatever negative space that you've been at, because people will interact with you if it's a negative experience and amplify negativity. I don't know what it is or why we do these things. Whether
It's
it's
Ooh, excuse me.
I
It
know
is
whether
true.
it's a self-preservation thing or what we do, but if it's negative, we tend to amplify the negativity to make it bigger. We don't do that with positivity, and I
No,
don't
we
understand why.
Right.
Uh,
Well, we're gonna change that this year.
I know.
We're
Lauren
gonna be
says
positive.
entrepreneurship is lonely, but there's thousands of us. She said, so the
Yes.
hike that I'm conquering, a 4,000 footer in New Hampshire, I'll be beginning trail hiking again this week.
She's
And
going to conquer the 48 4,000 footers. So
Mhm.
she's going to do 48 Wow. Okay, Lauren.
I support you in
Okay.
that. I'm not feeling a Me Too moment, but
No. Nope. I love that journey for you.
well, I know. Cliff and I were like Appalachian Trail, where that is our plan after Cody graduates.
Really?
Yeah. But after Cody graduates,
Yeah.
I've got 3 whole years before I'm wrapping my brain around that.
Oh yeah. I
I've-
always think he's older. That's
No.
right. Yeah.
He's giant,
He's a
but he's a
sophomore.
baby.
Yeah. He's a tiny baby. You leave him alone.
Seriously. So I've got a personal goal for my
Cool.
my new role, 3 to 5 years. And after that's done, now I've got physical I'm trying to stagger them.
Cool.
So I'm not
Cool.
so extra.
No, I like it. I like it. The only tangible timeline exact goal that I set for myself is I want to take the family to the Canada side of Niagara for Thanksgiving this year.
Ooh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like your
Yep.
travel goals.
Yeah. I'm done with Disney. I know it's a surprise for everyone that knows me
It
to
really
hear
is weird.
this.
It's weird to me.
Well, I did the annual pass last year, so I felt like I had to go 500 times.
Mm-hmm.
All that said, I will be going in 2 weeks, but my middle hasn't had his one-on-one trip with mom yet. So
Okay.
he gets to go on his one-on-one trip. But I think this year is focusing on home and doing small things around the Cape that, we can do as a family. But my one big goal is Niagara.
I love
I'll
that.
be taking tips from you because I know you just came back.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My family's from the Toronto area too. So yeah, I can
Okay.
definitely assist you in that
Perfect.
space. We did Montreal this year, which was really, really nice. And a few hours away from Niagara. But that's how that conversation started rolling. Kids, what if we did this? And then Cody gets angry because he doesn't like to travel. He's a non-traveler.
Oh, interesting.
And then he gets aggravated because he's the sports kid. So he's
is
going to
he-
miss practice. He's going to miss this.
Is he a non-traveler after your European adventure?
Oh, yeah.
Or before?
He's like, why you guys got to be so extra? Why can't we just go to Florida? Why you got to be this way?
Why do we have to go to 18 different countries?
Because life
We're
is
doing
short.
it. Get in the car.
Life is short. And I want to see all the things.
Yes.
So get in the car.
Yes.
Get on the train. Stop complaining. He's fine once he's there, but he is very much an object in motion, stays in motion, and he prefers non-motion.
Perfect. He's a sedimentary character.
Yes, he is. Ryan, Catherine, Amy, thanks for joining us. The Appalachian Trail takes 6 months to complete. Are you doing it all in one whack? No, we are not.
Okay.
We are going to do a little bit each summer until it's completed. I know me.
Yes. Okay, good. I'll be honest, I was a little worried for you
Yeah,
when you said the
I'm not
Appalachian
ever
Trail.
going to be that girl. Never going to be that girl.
Okay.
My
Good.
military days are over. I'm rested
Good.
that. I'm done.
Yes.
I'm done with that portion of my life. It was great.
Perfect.
I abused my body enough.
Yes.
I'm going to now listen to it and do what I need to do. Small incremental goals, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Amy, I'm loving my new non-bra situation. Ruby Ribbon has changed my life. I can't go back. So if you want to ditch your bra, definitely go talk to our friend, Miss Amy. Book a time on the show so you can explain to everyone what it is exactly that you do.
Yeah. Where are we booking time with her?
She can come on the show here. I would love to see her in an EforAll capacity.
Yeah. Awesome.
She is one of the original work from home on the internet moms, parents, humans.
Awesome.
And is still doing her own thing today, which I love.
Cool.
Yeah. I love seeing success stories in entrepreneurship, especially ones that have changed, evolved, and grown on their own terms, which is really nice.
Love that.
Right? Yeah. I'm definitely learning how other cultures do better. Yes, we are. So yeah, travel. Speaking of which, if you've got a travel goal or you just want to get away, Lemonadio is doing a cruise. We're doing a Western Caribbean cruise, and we're doing it with an EforAll grad.
Yeah,
unique experiences.
Lisa.
So I'm pumped to go with Lisa, and I'm doing a try it before you buy it cruise with her this month. Who takes a January cruise?
You do.
I'm disappearing.
Where are you guys going?
The Eastern Caribbean.
Oh.
And I'm going without my family or my husband. It's just her.
I really love
her
that
and
for
I.
you. I really love that for you.
I work and live with my husband all day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. Yep.
I love the man.
Yeah. There's something about getting away on your own.
He doesn't like this.
I mean,
he is very unhappy about this, doesn't understand it, can't wrap his brain around why I need some time away from him. And it's not I need time away from him, but I definitely need to work on my autonomy a little bit.
Yeah.
And not always just have him. He's my fixer, right?
Absolutely.
When I need this or whatever, he's my partner. He's my person. He's the one that I go to for all of the things.
Yeah.
I definitely need to learn how to self-soothe a little bit as a human.
Oh, sure.
And I need to remind myself of that every once in a while.
Sure.
It doesn't need to be a quarterly thing or a yearly thing or what. It needs to be a thing when the opportunity presents that I say, okay, that's probably good for me to work on myself a little bit.
Yeah, I will say, so with EforAll, they do a yearly retreat. And last year we went to Texas and it was
in
just
the summer.
Me. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was Texas in the summer.
Right. But it was just you.
But it was just me. And there's just something about being able to recharge on your own. And then you come back as a fuller, more together person.
It's that line of personal and professional development that I think that you need to find within yourself and how you work, and to quiet the noises of more input sometimes. And I'm actually really looking forward to this. Yes, I'm going on a cruise with a person that I've spent very little time with.
Are you sharing a cabin?
I think so.
Okay.
And I'm okay with it. I'm one of those, listen, once again, military mom of many. I'm like, what is the situation? I can do anything for a week. It's fine.
Do I have somewhere to lay my head? Check.
Yeah, sure. And I'm fine with that. But also it's just one of those things that I think it's a new challenge. It's something that I'm not particularly good at. And I feel like it gives you more respect and more love for your current situation when you're away from it and look at what's the good here? What's the this here? What's the that? Definitely taking stock, right? Putting everything into perspective on how we're going to make all of this work. So I'm looking forward to that very much. If you're looking forward to hanging out with a bunch of great human beings, then definitely come on our Lemonadio cruise. All the information is pinned right to the top of our Facebook page.
Perfect.
If you want to roll with us. And Lisa has painstakingly put this trip together. She's a
love that.
planner. I am
She
not.
is. Yeah.
I'm a fly by the seat of my pants human. And she is we need to figure out every detail.
Yeah.
So I'm letting her figure out every detail and just trusting it, which is new for me.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, we're doing this. Thank you.
All right.
Am I going to like
pack
it?
my
I
bag.
don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm going to pack my bags and I'm going to go and I'm going to work while I'm
Yep.
there,
Of
obviously.
course.
But I'm doing it on my own. So that's going to be interesting. Larry, Virginia, thanks for joining the show. We've got Jen Christian here from EforAll. Also, Car Seat Mama. We've been talking a little bit about business, working on your business, working on yourself. It's January, right?
It's
I think
January.
everybody takes that stock.
Yeah. I will say that in my doom scrolling, which I do often because that's life, I encountered a TikTok, and this woman has changed my life. She is now my life coach.
Really?
I told her she is. She's
so we've had personal interactions
Yep.
with this human you found on TikTok. Love.
Not personal interactions, but I've replied to her comment, or I've commented on her
You're
videos,
in her space
and
now.
she has, yes. But she is establishing all of her 2025 goals and her schedules. She's doing them through ChatGPT.
Okay.
And it has changed my life. I really feel like it has given me the kickstart to 2025 that I needed. You just start with a simple, I want to come up with goals. I want to come up with 5 goals for the new year, in the areas of, and then you fill them in. I did life, family, business, blah, 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 blah. And then you say, ask me 10 questions one at a time to better understand what my goals should be. And then it asks you all of these questions one at a time, and you really put thought behind them. And then it prints off your dream life.
You're training your AI bot. Look at you
training my
embracing your
bot.
AI life.
Yeah.
This is going to be the conversation at the tech conference that is happening in Las Vegas this week. This is going to be the conversation that everybody's having. How are you harnessing that AI to go into 2025 to make your life easier?
I was so reluctant, and I have embraced it this past week of, getting the year off to a start. And let's revisit it at the end of the year.
Yeah,
and
the
I'll tell you how it
concern
went.
for many on that is, yes, it's great. It's such a good roadmap. It's a good prompt, but don't blindly follow it.
Right.
Remember, you're the human in charge.
You
That's
are the
all.
human in charge. 100%. Yes.
But I do love the fact that it definitely helps people streamline the things that they want to do. And it's the conversation that is happening this year. So embrace it, try it out. And you feel like it's definitely made a difference for you and your confidence anyway, setting those goals. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. It's given me it's helped me better outline a schedule for my day so that I don't feel so lost and, willing to just sit and doom scroll.
A lot of people are like that. I was like that for the last 2 weeks. Am I coming? Am I going? Where am I? What's happening? And I was thankful that there is that social community online, that everyone was kind of in that same boat of, I don't even know what's happening right now.
How much cheese have you eaten? Did I eat too much?
Just all of the things though. Cookies for breakfast needs to end. That train needs to go away.
Yeah.
And thankfully my son ate the rest of them yesterday.
Good job.
No more Girl Scout cookies, no more homemade cookies. All of the Christmas cookies are gone.
Perfect.
I made a pie yesterday. That's gone. Like it's all just gone. Now we're just starting. I need a smoothie today in my life. I need some vegetables.
I'll be in Disney in 2 weeks. So can we start this in 3 weeks?
Girl, I'm on a cruise. I got to start thinking.
Oh God.
But even then I was like, there's a mindful smoothie bar and there's this, and maybe I'll take a class just because I'm in a different environment and I'm more willing to try things.
Yeah. There you go. Do it.
However it is, the method to your madness, we accept it.
We are here to embrace it. Optimism 2025.
How do you get things done? Exactly.
Yeah.
Just by being
Yep.
optimistic and giving it a whirl.
Yep.
Once again, there is a party tonight.
There
It is
5:30.
a hand-holding event.
Yes. Yep.
If you want help with your application,
Yep.
if you want to see who's just won, if you want to see businesses that are doing things and making things happen in their space,
Yep.
I definitely suggest that you get to San Diego's today from 5:30 to 7 and check it
Yeah.
out.
Yep. Absolutely.
How do people
Cool.
get a hold of you?
They can email me at jenn.christian, JENN, at EforAll.org. You can find me on Facebook on Car Seat Mama, MOMMA. You can find me out and about. I'm pretty accessible.
She's around.
I'm around.
I'll see you tonight over at San Diego's, and I'm
Awesome.
looking forward to celebrating the winners and the people that are
Yes.
working on some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Always a good time.
Thank you for having me.
Always. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? If you definitely need to book an appointment, if you know somebody that's expecting, or if you know a
Yeah.
group of humans
Yeah.
that you know might need a little
And
assistance in that.
speaking of free, Car Seat Mama is a nonprofit, so our services are free. So
And you got a goal, you got a financial goal
I
with
do have
Car
a
Seat Mama
financial
this year.
goal.
That's
Yes,
exciting.
Car Seat Mama, I would like to hit $20,000 in grants and donations this
You
year.
said it out loud in front of everyone.
Yes.
So now you got to make it happen.
Now we're gonna make it happen. So now I have to actually write grants.
Now you have to write grants and do that. I know, right?
Ugh.
Speaking of which, I just got a text message from other grant sources, so I
Yep.
got to deal with that one. Starting the day off in a good
Here
foot
we go.
today. I'll be back on the show tomorrow with Hank. We're going to be talking all things probably football because Gerard Mayo is out. And we got a couple of bowls, Super Bowls, and all of the bowls that are happening. If you would like to host the show with me, please, in 2025, if that's your goal, to get out your messaging and
Yeah.
have a conversation, super easy to do. Just shoot me an email, stephanie@stephanieviva.com, and I will send you the link, and you can book a show with me, whether it's here, whether it's at Mashpee TV. Our good friends at Mashpee TV, we're going to be moving more towards their office more often once I get the microphone situation in order. I just don't like those lapel mics.
No.
Right?
No.
I feel like they just
This is
don't.
where it's at.
Like
I
a
need to
good
have
studio.
this
I agree.
studio mic.
Right? There's something about it.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
Okay, what is it?
It's sweaty balls.
Oh my God. Gotta have it.
From Saturday Night Live.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I never asked you, Jen. We gotta go.
Have
Have
you
a
ever
good day.
tried? Never mind. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone. Be optimistic. It's our word, right?
Yes.
Optimism. And the